Yo guys, what is going on? Sal FX here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's going to be a very interesting one. It's going to be me breaking down in detail, lots of detail, 2 trades that I took last week to make me probably a total of over $8,000 across multiple different accounts. So I'm going to break down all of that and I hope you guys enjoy this video because obviously my normal content on this channel is day in the lives, doing cool stuff in Thailand. However, as highly requested, I'm going to actually sit on the charts for about 10 or 15 minutes and literally just give you guys so much knowledge, okay? So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand why I take these trades, how I identify these supply and demand areas, and hopefully you guys are going to be able to do the same. So I just ask that all you do is like and subscribe just before the video starts. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into the first chart breakdown. Okay, now the first trade that I'm going to explain is this trade right here that I took on GBP USD last Monday, okay? So as you can see right here, on my chart, if I just zoom in, actually, let's make this full screen so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. But as you can see right here, this is the trade which I caught on Monday, okay? I'm going to explain to you exactly how I caught this trade from, the higher time frame all the way down to the lower time frame, because what you guys don't understand is that I trade based off multiple different things. It's not just a sweep of Asian high or Asian low, okay? Which is probably what a lot of you guys think. It's based off liquidity, it's based off supply and demand areas, it's based off higher time frame analysis. And when you combine all of that stuff, that is how you have a strategy. A strategy, for me anyway, isn't just sweep of Asian low, enter after a change of character. That's not it, okay? You need to have a good plan in place and a good understanding of the entire market in general. And that is what I do every single time I jump onto the chart. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go on to, I believe, the weekly and the daily. And I'm going to explain to you what I saw on that, which allowed me to look for buys on the Monday morning of the trade. So yeah, let's jump onto the daily and the weekly chart. And when it comes to analyzing the weekly chart, I don't like to do loads of detail. Okay, I'm not going to do any crazy supply and demand drawings. All I literally do is mark out my swing high, my swing low, and possibly any fair value gaps that I think price could go towards before going in its intended direction. Okay, so as you can see right here, down at the bottom, we have a swing low. So what I would do here is I would just go on my notes and I would write up the fact that this is a swing low, just like that. Press that, just because, okay, that just helps me understand where the market is going. We have a clear range right here from this swing high to this swing low, and it looks like we are heading towards this swing high, okay? So based off that, that is why I was first of all looking for buys. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to drop down to the daily time frame, and I'm going to show you guys what I was looking at on the daily time frame, okay? So what I like to do is I've actually got all my analysis, as you can see on the right, in all of these folders right here. So what I do is if I want to see a specific time frame, I will unhide the folder. You guys, it's very important to do this. It really just makes trading a lot more simple, especially when you're analyzing the charts, to have it all in folders, because as you see there, I just unhid the folder, and when my computer stops lagging, it should show me my analysis. There we go, on the daily chart, okay? So now let me zoom back in and I'll show you guys exactly what I was looking for on the daily. Now, there's not really much going on the daily, okay? That's different to what I saw on the weekly. Daily still going up and the weekly still going up. So my bias for the Monday is going to be buys. Now, the other thing that I like to do when it comes to, I guess, higher time frame analysis is I like to mark out my previous week high, which you can see from right up here, and also the previous week low, which is right down here, okay? So I mark out these areas, and then what I like to do is I like to think about which previous week high or low is likely to be targeted first, okay? If you're bullish, then it means the previous week high is likely to be targeted. And if you're bearish, what you want to see is the previous week low respected, which you can actually see ended up happening perfectly because we didn't end up going through this previous week low. We respected it, and then we took out the previous week high. And that's exactly what you want to see, guys. When you're bullish, like I said, guys, you want price to go up to the previous week high. And as a result, when you understand that it's going to go up there, you can trade in line with that analysis, targeting the previous week high. And that's literally what I did, okay? So as you can see on the hourly here, just as I said, guys, I was bullish, right? Because the weekly and the daily, everything else was bullish, so I wanted to see buys. And then what we saw here on Monday was this low right here was taken out. Reason why this is an important low is because this low actually right here did form a break of structure as it closed above this high up here. So if I draw out something right here, I don't actually have my drawing tool out, but I'll just use this as an example. You can see here that we closed above all these highs, and this move here that closed above these highs started from down here, right at the bottom, okay? So It was a very, very strong level. It was a very, very important level, and there was lots of liquidity below this point. So when I saw that price took this out and then gave us a nice rejection, that is when I started to look for buys, okay? And yes, I know this isn't necessarily a demand setup. However, like I said, guys, I trade based off different things. If it's a really strong point of liquidity, then yes, I will happily take a trade in the direction I want it to go, okay? Because a strong point of liquidity has been taken out, and that means the market could reverse. And as you can see right here, like I said, we respected this previous week low. We took out this hourly liquidity. I mean, it makes sense now to go and target this previous week high up here, or at least target maybe this high right here or this high up here. So all of this stuff is how I was able to actually catch a trade like that. And now, guys, dropping down to the 15-minute, we can see right here, this is where I guess my strategy somewhat comes into play, okay? Because what I like to do is, as you guys know, I will never take a trade unless the Asian high or the Asian low is taken out. So first thing we see here is the Asian low was taken out right here. And what does that mean, guys? It means we want to target buys. Does this make sense with our higher time analysis? Yes, it does, because like I said, we were bullish. So I wanted to see buys, and it makes sense because the Asian low is also taken out. So that is perfect, guys, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. So here is my Asian low, which was taken out right there. And then we look for areas where price could react from, okay? In this case, the only other place where I thought price could react from is, I guess, possibly this demand zone right here on the 15-minute. However, I didn't really fancy taking it from here too much, just because I knew we had this hourly liquidity level right below. And just to be safe, guys, I wanted to see that taken out first. And I was patient. I waited to see that taken out. And then I took a buy. And as you can see, guys, a very, very clean trade. I'm going to go into the entry right now. But as you can see, I took a buy after we saw the rejection from the hourly super liquidity. Boom, right up to the top. And I could have targeted the Asian high, actually, if I wanted to right here. That would have been an amazing target. However, to pass my Alpha Capital Group 200K phase 1 account, all I needed to target was actually, I believe, somewhere down here, okay? Like a 1 to 3. So I didn't need to target much. I smashed that, I passed that account, and I also made $2,000 on one of my funded accounts as well with 1-of-1 funding. So this trade, guys, was very, very good. Super, super clean setup. And this was a great way to start the week. Now, guys, looking on the 1 minute, I will show you guys exactly how I got my entry. But also what I want you guys to keep in mind is that my entry on this occasion wasn't really based off the 1 minute loads. I don't like to use the 1 minute loads, and I don't like to focus on it too much, okay? I like to focus on the higher time frames, the 15-minute, and I want to make sure that, like I said, we take out a lot of liquidity or we come into a super strong level of demand or supply, because when that happens, guys, then really entry isn't the hardest thing to get. You can enter a bit late, you can enter a bit after a change of character. Your entry can be 10 pips instead of 8 pips. The entry, guys, isn't the most important thing in the world, in my opinion. The most important thing is that you pick good areas and you trade from those areas and you trade very, very effectively, okay? So as you can see right here, looking on the 1 minute, we saw that there was some, obviously, change of momentum because we saw a very, very big push up from this level right here after taking out that previous, previous low, after taking out the hourly liquidity. So when we took out the hourly liquidity, we saw a massive push up here, and this push up actually gave us a very, very kind of hard to spot, but market structure shift right here, because technically that was a high made on the 1 minute and we closed above that high. So technically that is a market structure shift. But yet again, guys, like I said, I don't look too much into the 1 minute. If I'm trading from a really, really strong level, like that hourly level of liquidity was, then all I want to see is basically just a big reaction from it. I want to see closes above that level. I don't want to see any closes below this hourly liquidity point. And of course, we didn't see any of that. So I was very happy to look to take a trade here after seeing a market structure shift. And then after seeing just very, very good signs that we were reversing and reacting from this level nicely. So as we see right here, price kind of just consolidated around this point. And around this time, I just decided, you know what, let me just get an entry, because like I said, guys, if my entry is 10 pips instead of 8 pips, if it's a bit bigger than I want, I don't really care. I know I'm going to be in a good trade regardless, and I'll still make money. So I entered here. It was around this point. It wasn't the best entry in the world. It was a little bit late, but my stop loss covered this low right here. And I targeted a 1 to 3 because, like I said, that's all I needed to pass my ACG phase 1 account. So that is basically the trade done, guys. As for TP, like I said, guys, if you were going to take this trade and actually hold this properly, I would have targeted the Asian high to give me about a 1 to 6. So that is how you could have taught the same trade as well. And so it was a very, very good position. Very happy that I was able to catch something like this on a Monday as well, because Mondays if you don't already know, sometimes they're quite unpredictable. Mondays could just go all the way down, all the way up. You never really know what's going to happen on a Monday because it's the start of the week, and the start of the week could literally do anything because you have no days before it to understand what it wants to do. Whereas if you're trading on, let's say, a Thursday, for example, or a Friday or a Wednesday, there's already been prior days to that day, so you know where the market's gone. Let's say Monday and Tuesday have just shot up. Maybe Wednesday is going to have a reversal, okay? And you can kind of use that understanding of Monday and Tuesday into your knowledge of Wednesday. Whereas with Monday, there's literally no previous days before it for that week. So it's kind of just you're going in blind, and it's a risky one. But at the end of the day, guys, that Monday did make me money, okay? And I was happy to take this trade. So guys, I hope this makes sense. I'm going to actually break down another trade now, a trade that I took on Tuesday, so the day after, on EU, which I believe made me another, and I don't know how much it made, but I took it on my funded account as well. It was about another $2,000 trade. And I also took this one and passed a one-of-one funding account as well. I think it was a Tuesday. But guys, I'll check with you on that, and I'll literally update you now, and I'll break down the Tuesday trade right now as well. So let's go. Now, I'm going to break down the EU trade right now, but first what I want to mention is that my analysis for EU and GU on the higher time frame is very, very similar, okay? Just as I said that GU was bullish for the week, that is the exact same as EU, okay? If GU is going to be bullish, then 99% of the time so will EU, because they are very, very similar pairs. They both are respecting, or they both are linked to the dollar. So if the dollar is going down, the likely thing is that euro dollar and pound dollar will also be going up. So I'm not going to analyze the higher time frame on EU as well, just because it's very, very similar to GU. So I'm just going to quickly break down the trade, but just know that my higher time frame analysis for EU is also bullish, just as how it was for GU as well. So looking on the hourly right here, what I always do, guys, and what you would have seen, exactly how I analyze GU, is I want to, first of all, find a point of interest in the market, okay? And in this case, the point of interest in the market was, first of all, this hourly fair value gap marked out by this blue box right here, and also this hourly breaker block, which is marked out by this gray box right here, okay? So price came into this level, took out this fair value gap, or filled about half of it, came into this breaker block, and that is when I wanted to start to look for buys. Reason why I want to look for buys is, yet again, guys, like I said at the start, my analysis and my higher time frame analysis was bullish, so I want to look for buys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute chart, and I will show you how I got my entry, okay? And exactly the same thing as GU. What we see here, guys, is Asian low was taken out, and as a result, we want to see a buy, okay? Like I said, guys, and one more time, when Asian low is taken out, you buy. When Asian high is taken out, you sell, okay? That is a really, really easy tip to know where you want the market to go, okay? Just literally look at Asian session. Put on your indicator for Asian session, and if you want to use the one that I use, and you can see right here in the top left, I use Asian range by Nikko 948. Okay, that's the one that I use, and that's the one I recommend. It's very, very good. And just draw out your Asian range, and then literally just wait for the high or low to be taken out. Wait for your point of interest to be entered into, which in my case was this hourly fair value gap along with this hourly breaker block. And then go to the lower time frames like the 15-minute, the 5-minute, or the 1-minute to find your entry. So in this case, guys, I'm on the 15-minute here, and there wasn't really loads of entry criteria here. The only thing that I will mention is that on the 15-minute, you can see that we were reacting and rejecting from this hourly fair value gap, okay, because we were seeing lots of nice wicks. We were seeing price start to consolidate. Price wasn't going any lower. And as a result, what I wanted to do now is drop to the 1-minute time frame and try and find an entry. All right, guys, so now looking on the 1-minute chart, we can see that what happened is price came into the 1-hour fair value gap. As I explained, we also came into the hourly breaker block. And then we saw a reaction, first of all, from this orange circle, okay, after filling the fair value gap. And I guarantee you that some people would have entered here, okay? However, what happened, as you can see, next is price went all the way down and took out this orange circle, okay? I actually got my entry after that happened. So this is what's known as inducement, guys. This is when early sellers are taken out of the market and early buyers are taken out of the market, okay? In this case, early buyers who entered at this orange circle would have been taken out of the market, which builds up more liquidity and gives me even more reasoning to take the trade. So when I saw this change of character right here, shown on my chart on the 1-minute, that is when I took an entry. My entry was, yet again, not the best entry in the world, okay? Like I said at the start when I was analyzing GU, my focus isn't to get the best entries, it's to get the best positions. It's to get the best entries from the strongest areas, okay? So as you can see, price caused a change of character, My entry was somewhere up here. Stop loss was below this low. I think it was about 8 pips. Yeah, 8 pips, there you go. And then literally just targeted, I believe it was a 1 to 3 again. And it was a very, very clean trade, guys. And that is how I entered a position on EU. Now, that was literally the only 2 trades that I took for the entire week. I didn't trade Wednesday because I believe there was news. Thursday, I didn't trade. And Friday, there was NFP. So I was very, very happy with my profit that I had made on Monday and Tuesday. And when you're happy with your profit, guys, you do not need to overtrade. You do not need to try and chase your profits. You know, you don't need to think, okay, I made 6K this week. I can try and make 20K, right? Just be happy with what you got. Be happy with the 2 winning trades that you take, in my case, on Monday and Tuesday, and literally go and enjoy the rest of your week. I think on Wednesday, we went to the beach. Yeah, we did go to the beach. We just enjoyed the rest of the week, to be honest. And that is the joy of being a trader. You can make money on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever you want to make money. And then you can enjoy the rest of your week and do stuff that you actually want to do. We also went on a hike. We explored some of the mountains around my house, the new villa that we're in at the moment. Loads of cool stuff that we did, boys. And it's all because you can literally make a very good amount of money in the space of literally a day and enjoy the rest of your week. Now, if that sounds interesting and you learned something from this, first of all, guys, well done for watching the whole video, right? It means and it shows me that you actually care about learning how to trade. And second of all, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And third of all, if you are interested in private one-to-one mentoring with me, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video so you can book a call with me and potentially have the chance to be mentored by me one-on-one for the rest of your life and really, really see massive results in your trading, guys, because there is a lot more to trading than I can put into this 20-minute video. This 20-minute video is loads of detail. However, there is a lot more to it, and especially getting a mentor is really, really important. That's what I did. And if you want to take your trading to the next level, that is what I recommend doing as well. So press the first link in the description, guys. And that's literally it. Thank you for watching, boys. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments and I can do a lot more chart breakdowns. But guys, that is it. And I will see you guys on Sunday for the next day in the life video. Let's go.